Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Today's another day of saving with friends. We're going to do the annual savings. If you remember last time, we used the $300 that's automatically transferred into my high yield savings account. And last Friday was payday, so they transferred the $300 again from my salary into my high yield savings. So today we're going to save with that and see how far we get. If you'll remember last time, I had a savings challenge that I've had for many years, and I don't even know what year I bought it. But I think we're going to start with that one because I took a little sneak peek at it because I wanted to just see how high the numbers were. And this savings challenge was created by Hands and Bands. And I'm going to go ahead and move this aside because we are going to scratch this entire card off. But first, let's count the money. And again, this is prop money because this money goes directly into my high yield savings, and I don't want to lose the interest by taking it out of the bank. There's 51, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, it's 260, 65, 70, 75, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, it's 290, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300. All right, guys, take a guess of what these numbers are going to be. I have no idea if they're all 20s. I have no idea what any of them are. So let's just roll. Let's just randomly roll. So we already have 20 going in here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that one is $4. So there's 20. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's roll again. Oops. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 6. So we're going to take this 4 and get a 10. Let's roll again. 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 12. So that's 10. I'm going to put this 10 back and get a 20 and 2 ones. So we're up to 42. Let's roll again. And that's 2. 1, 2. And that's 14. So there's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to put this 5 back and get a 5. So now we're up to 56. And that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's $18. And we don't have any change for that. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's roll again. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 10. Take these 2 10s and get a 20. And let's roll again. And that's 1. So that's 8. We'll take these 2 1s and get a 10. these 2 10s and get a 20. And there's 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's $2. That's 1 and 2. And last but not least, we have $16. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll get another 20. Let's just see if we ended up with the right amount of money. $110. It's pretty hefty, so let's just see. So 26, 24, 12 and 4 is 16, and 30 and 14. 110, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 5, 10. Yep, $110. That was a pretty big one. I'm glad we started with that one because I never would have thought it would have been that much. Leave that card out so I can finish scratching it off. And we're going to put this 110 back in the envelope. And now we're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to start with no bets given. And let me just add this one up. So 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 15. That's 15. That's 15. That's 15. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. So this is a total of $72. So let me mark these off, and I will pull that $72. So there's, really quickly, just mark all these off. How's everyone's week? Mine was extremely busy. One of my brothers was in the hospital. He had knee replacement 2 weeks ago, and last Sunday he was having severe abdominal pains and chest pains, he thought. So he went to the hospital by ambulance, and thank goodness he was diagnosed with his gallbladder. It says 72 right there. Interesting, this one said 79. That's funny. So I don't have to add it up next time. I just have to make sure my math was mathing. Okay, so let's get that 72. So 50, 70, 71, and 72. Thursday, he had surgery and they removed his gallbladder. He went home from the hospital Thursday night, but it took him 4 days to diagnose what the issue was, which he was in extreme pain for 4 days, and it was heart-wrenching watching it. But I was so thankful he didn't have any kind of heart issue or anything like that, and gallbladder is something you can live without. I'm going to go ahead and condense this, put these 50s, and take this 100, because I just kept these 100s out to condense with. 20, 40, 5. I can get another 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so he got out of the hospital, and then Friday I wasn't feeling well, and then yesterday I went back to visit my brother and just check on him and see how he was doing. Took my son out there to see him and make sure all was well. My niece is here from out of town, so we wanted to spend time with her. She had to come for her dad, but oops, did I do some math wrong somewhere? Oh, I didn't get that 10. That's what it is. Okay, $129 plus 72, 151, 20, 40, 51. I want to try to condense these as I go. So we made up a month on this one. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one out so I can stick it back in here. I'll put that back in there when we're finished. So that's already 151 in that one. That's pretty awesome. Grammy's Journey. We had already stuff. So let's see what, oh, I didn't print out that one. I still need to print out these two for the prior month. So let me go ahead and go to this one. This is Rock's Budgets. And Rock's Budgets is getting 20 because that's 5 for each one. Let me see what I have back here. I strictly have a $20 bill. I do. Let me just go ahead and stick that in there. I can condense that later. Let me get a pink pen or some semblance of pink. So we'll just go ahead and color this. So that's another $20, and that's February complete for Rocks. So that's awesome. So we know now this one has 40. And I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put those at some point. This one is Novaland Savings. And all of these I'm counting for $5. So let's go ahead and write these in. This was February, so we're gonna save another $20. That's 5, 5, 5, and another 5. So this one is 20. And let me put 20 in here. There's 10, 15, 20. That also has a 20. Gonna have to do some condensing at some point. This is another one that's 20. And these we're counting as 5 as well. So let's go 5, 10, 15, and 20. So that's another 20 on this one, and that's 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Getting low on money. I'm gonna have to break something here shortly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So that's 20 for this one. And I'll come back through and condense these at the end. Just make sure we're on par for this one. This one is 2, 4, 6, and 6 is 12, and 8 is 20. So this is another 20. And I most definitely am gonna have to get change. So one moment. So there's 20, 40, 50. And just in case, I'm going to go ahead and break down another one of these. No, I'll hold off on that. So this one is complete. And this is going to be 20. And again, this one is Jessie Budgets. And I'm so thankful that all of these creators are sharing their free items on Ko-fi so that we can all save with them. So that is another 20 here. Stick this back here. that one has 40. And this one, when we were on here last week, I wasn't sure who created this, and I looked it up, and I actually had purchased this one on Etsy, and it was Gold Country Gifts, and I just thought it was really cute. And I think this one is the same because they're numbered 1 to 12, and the total of that is 78. So 70, 50, 70. I need some 5s. So there's 2 5s, 75, 6, 7, 8. And while we're here, I know I have 78 in here. I am going to go ahead and condense this one. Let's see what we have. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 20, 40, 60, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I'm going to break that one down. I just put that back in there. 50. I'm not supposed to put that back in there. So that's, I'm gonna put that 100 in here and take this. Oh, this was the 50. I think I already messed up. I think I'm gonna end up with too much money. Or maybe not. I've completely confused myself. So 100, maybe not. When I add this, we'll see. So 78 and 78 is what? It's 156. So there's 1, 20, 30, 40, 5, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 56. Guess I didn't mess it up. So that's 156. I'm going to mark this one off. I have a feeling that I've already stuffed too much money. I'll have to go back and add it up. Oops. Okay, let's add that up. So Hands and Bands was 110. No Bucks Given was 72. That's 182. I didn't stuff that one or that one, so that's 20, 20, 20, 20. Yep, already overstuffed. I can only stuff $300, so minus 300, $38. So let's start over on this one. I'm gonna use my little alcohol. Then clean off as much of this as I can. You hate when you make a mistake when you're doing this. You have to start over. I couldn't really do the math because this one, I had no idea how much this was going to be, so I couldn't be proactive and do the math. Okay, we have $38. That's 38 minus 12 minus 11 minus 10 and that leaves 5, so we'll do the 5. So that means this one is overstuffed. So let me just put this back and get this back how it was. 50, 75, 6, 7, 8, 50, 75, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 78 was for March, and then 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I fixed it. So this is 38. Let's see if I can. So there's 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. So that's 100 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was that 78 plus 38? $116. Yep, 116. So let me put that back and get a 5. Okay, now we're balanced. Yeah, that was a little bit of a mess. So this one has 116, which is correct. So we stuffed 38 this time. I'm just going to write on that. Let me just write it on the back. 38 today. And then we have 1, 3, 6, 10, 16, 23, 31, 40, 40. Next time. We almost made it all the way back around. So we will have the opportunity to catch up. It's just going to take several paydays. Let that one dry a little bit more. I'm going to put this money away because this is all money I used to condense. Just stick it over here so I can put it back where it goes. So when we were talking last time, I think I said that in my emergency funds, in my high yield savings account, I was short on a couple of the things that I'm funding that I wasn't sure the amount. So on my mortgage to have 4 months in expenses, I had an escrow shortage last year, so my payment went up. So for the 4 months, it was a total of $594.12. So that's the amount I'm short to having 4 months fully funded expenses. And then on my auto repair, I have a goal of $2,000 and I'm $33.17 short of that. On my home maintenance, I have a goal of $2,000 and I am short $23.55 on that one. So with the next pay, I will be able to fully fund those two. I can take that $200 was $100 on each one that I was saving in my emergency fund that can go towards knocking down the $594.12, and then I will have the fully funded. So Might take me about a month and a half, but I'll have those 4 fully funded. And then I'll just start pushing hard on my building back up my $5,000 emergency fund, which is really low. I know I have all these different funds, but it's just security to me, just a feeling of having contentment and not having to worry about how you're going to pay a bill or where it's going to come from, because emergencies happen every day. And I've learned that. My son right now, his car is on the fritz, so he's borrowing my car, which I don't go many places. And he just comes to my house and picks me up if I want to go somewhere. But he's been without a car for about a week. So we're going to have to work that situation out and get him back in a car and figure that out pretty quickly. I think I'm going to pause here. Every week I get just a little bit more organized with what I want to do. And I think next time I'll probably just set aside, I don't know, $150 for this one, and whatever's left, I'll put towards the other one, and I'll have a plan before we start, so I'm not fumbling with trying to count the money and reallocate and do all that through here. And doggone it, I was going to do this one first and this one. I was going to do these 2 before I started the others. So let me just give an honorable mention because all these people are so awesome. This is Floating Funds, and it's a 52-week challenge. This one is Angela Marie 888, and she's very kind, and she has an awesome channel. You should go visit her. But I printed her group play to start as well. Yeah. I'll have to figure out a way to fund this one and start funding that before the end of March, because I don't want to be behind on any of these. And it might mean that, oh, one thing I do have is this $5 left over from last time. And I think that I'll just put it, do the number 5 right here. I'll just do week 5. And at least that's a start on this one. Because it's so cute. I just love it. I love all these little creatures. They're just adorable. They look so soft, and anything that's got pink or pink tints to it, I just love it. Such a girly girl. All right, guys, that wraps up this round of Saving with Friends, annual savings, group plays, and I'm really enjoying it. I just figure it out as I go. Find your place, find your bearings, figure out where to go from here. So with that said, I'm pausing this video, and I will be back to film another part to this. Okay, guys, I cleaned off my desk. I made sure I had all my numbers right, and I put some trackers in here because I wanted to make sure I could add everything up, and my numbers were jiving. So for no bucks given, for March, we did 79. For February, 72. So that one has $151. For Grammy's Journey, we funded March, $25. D Plans and Budgets, we funded March for $75. For Rock's Budgets, we funded March and February for $40. For Nova Lynn Savings, we funded March and February for $40. Floating Funds, we funded March and February for $40 total. Jesse Budgets, we funded March and February for $40 total. For Gold Country Gifts, we funded $78 for March and $38 of February. We're not fully funded on that one, but that's $116. For Hands and Bands, and this is another one from Etsy. I used to follow her YouTube channel all the time. Today, we added the 110, which was the March scratch off, which I'll probably save this. I may reuse it in the future. Put a lot of dents in it, but we'll see. So this one is floating funds, and we had a total of $5 left, which was left over from last time that we stuffed this. So of the 52-week challenge, that one has $5. I added Angela Marie 888, and I went ahead and just rolled a 6-sided die so I could know what to add next time. And this one's going to be $39 because I do better when I know up front what I'm adding. I haven't started the no spin because, as I told you guys before, March was a bust because I purchased a whole lot of things for binders and envelopes and markers, vacuum, hole punch, all kinds of things. So with that said, that's everything. And if you remember, when we started last time, I used the $300 that's transferred from my salary, and the $42 was my interest. Today we did $300 again, which was the transfer from my salary. And so for the month of March, we've saved $642 so far towards emergency. So all of this goes into different categories in my emergency fund. And again, when my auto maintenance and home maintenance are fully funded next time, or maybe almost fully funded with the interest that I received March 31st, I'm going to start using that extra $200 per month to go towards to finalizing 4 months expenses in the bank. So with that said, that wraps it up. And just to give a rundown of everybody again, that was No Bucks Given, Grammy's Journey, D Plans and Budgets, Rock's Budgets, Nova Lynn Savings, Floating Funds, Jesse Budgets, Gold Country Gifts off of Etsy, Hands and Bands from Etsy, Floating Funds again, Angela Marie 888, I'll start hers next time, and then the no spend trackers are Overthinking and Budgeting. So I appreciate all you ladies who give us all these wonderful challenges so we can start saving and giving our money places to be so that it's not sitting there just randomly ready to be spent. And I already feel I have a lot more control just based off of this 1 month that I've been cash stuffing again and just really paying attention. So I feel like I'm going to be able to save a lot this year. I want to eventually start putting more towards my vacation fund, which normally every month I just put $100, as well as Christmas I put $100. But the vacation fund I really want to bulk up because my granddaughter's 3, and I was thinking maybe when she's 5 or 6, I want to take her and the kids to Disney World, I think. All right, guys, that wraps up the annual savings. So you guys have a good week. Happy saving, and I will catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.